Good evening, morning to people wherever you're connected from. This is Meda Valujimo, the team lead of Plan B Express. It's our weekly interaction and crypto update. You're welcome and showing ourselves how to engage our crypto, not to be idle, and that you need to give your crypto a wing to fly rather than just having an idle holding. Now, we've said the market definitely is passing through. Yeah. So I'm going to take us now. Please, if you're new, and just pay attention. And of course, there are things you will need to know. And over time, you must be guided through, because we've not really started the journey. A whole lot of things to still happen. And then, like I said previously, if people have not started getting more confused, that means we've not even started. Though we're in the bottom, just get to understand that we're in the bottom. But it doesn't matter when we're in the bottom. What you understand about the market will determine what you use the bottom to do. Okay. Now, the best option you have in the bottom, number one, you got to pay more attention to learning. You have to pay very close attention to learning, because that's the best time to learn. Number two, the best time for you to probably learn how to do some hybrid swing, because the market must create some range, and then you can help yourself out to get something out of the range market. Now, outside that, this is a time to engage your crypto in terms of staking. Okay. Now, of course, I said it earlier on. I said the market is either the market could break all the necessary point, and then we go down the more, and that has been happening for a very long time now. And we could see that the market continually just take this guy, the 50 MA as its resistance continually, so we couldn't break. And then the break was just like kind of a pullback, just like when you're going up in the trend market. And so most time I listen to people when they talk, and I say, you know what, the bear is not over. Even though the bear is not over, that doesn't stop you not to make money. Okay. Now, but if you look at the market predominantly, we're in a very critical point, and that's what told us. I said the markets, right, should have a kind of free flow to as much as, maybe $16,500. And if we're unable to hold that, and then we destroy the structure back to $13,500. So anything can happen. And whatever thing you do have, we may have a series of a kind of, rising wage and bear flag. And I told us how continually we're going to have more dip as much as possible. And now, it doesn't matter what dip you're having in the market. What matters in the market is what do you do with the dip and what do you do with the bull. Most people get excited about the bull, but what do they do? All right. So the dip, the market is still actually getting a very serious problem. So it's still in a major trouble. And so we can go down the more, right? Now, that doesn't mean you can have a kind of pullback and then get resisted again, then bounce back, continue the journey. But the truth is that we're just having a downtrend. But it's quite unfortunate that people sometimes we don't pay up attention to where we say, oh, why don't you sing the market? Because I know the time we came down to 17,000, 19,000 were there for some time, and then ranging up and go to 24,000. That was a very large, a very big swing if you really know what you're doing in the market. So now, this is a time again that we're going down, and then to go and bottom out again. Of course, we're in already a golden, opportunity of buying and buying and buying and buying. But sometimes you get tired because you do not really understand or what you're doing per time, because somebody will buy yesterday and then market dip more, it complain. It practically shows that you do not really understand what you're doing. Because if you bought yesterday and the market dip more, you complain, it means you do not really understand the system. So that's why you need to pay rapid attention to more learning, because if you dip more, if you have understanding, you will know that, oh, this is time to, cost average and add more to my portfolio. And that's why we said, not about just holding your coin, it's all about learning how to give your coin the wings to fly. And then, but of course, there are associated risks when you are giving your a coin wing to fly, okay? Now we know that the market, as it were, the guy that is on the driving seat is Mr. Bear. Of course, you can see that here. It's Mr. Bear that's on the driving seat. And then the trend of Mr. Bear is very strong. Okay. So Mr. Bear is not ready to even change the gear as it was now. Never mind. But the problem is this. Most time people get so much excited when you tell them about the market's going to be that, the market's going to be this. Now, what to do when all these things were happening is what determine what you're looking for. Okay, so I said get engaged to learn more. That's the season to learn more. Because if you don't pay up attention to the learning and then taking action along the line of learning, then when the market get out of hand, you will not be able to cope. Then you get too much excited and you have nothing to write home about, because you get to the bull market, you start so much talk, and then people who run away from the crypto will start talking so much, fool everywhere, and tell you that the market is going to get to this price, the market is going to get to this price as much as possible. Unfortunately, the market may not get there, and then people hit their head to FOMO into such market. I always tell people, be careful. I'm not saying you should not listen to people online. They will say a lot of things, but little information, you're able to help yourself to learn more about understanding the structure of the market, identify the critical area of the market. That's another fantastic thing, that can help you in the market. And who told you that Ethereum cannot still go down to $1,200? It's very possible. Why not? Okay, so because if the BTC is going to have a lockdown back to 16.5 or 13,500, even 11,000, very possible. And there are so many scenarios we've seen that maybe Bitcoin could go down $11,000. Now, sometimes people are like, oh, are you sure? Now, it's all about being sure. If it happens, congratulations. If it doesn't happen, there's nothing changed. So you just continue to flow with the direction of the market. So when I listen to people, they get so much excited when they say the market is going up. The question is that, what have you done when the market was at the bottom? So because this is a space, don't get it wrong. A lot of things will still happen. We're going to miss a lot of opportunity, but learn more in order to add value to yourself. Personal development is a very critical area where this space, because many of us have not really understood what we're doing. This is a space where you are independently in the business. And I know why many people never took this thing seriously, because it doesn't look like when you open a kiosk and then you go there every morning and every day, and then for that, that's a business. And that's why we are not doing well in crypto, to be very candid. People are not creating portfolio. People are not creating, attention to their system. And then for that, they just do it. Okay, this is not just crypto. I'm just whiling away time with it. When I have a good contract, I just laugh at people that way. Now, if you pay up attention to it, you know that, oh, you need to be very sequential. You need to really organize yourself practically. You need to really know what exactly you're looking for. You need to really know that this is a space where even the bourgeois are looking at it on the way to corner everything and take over everything in the space. Now, you're opportune to be there and then be able to help yourself to say, oh, the best I can do for myself is to create more portfolio. So the best now is to be learning. And then secondly, while learning, is now to pay attention to, possibly you can do a lot of scalping. But I always tell people, stay aside when the market is not too good. And that's exactly what the emergency video I sent to a private mentorship the other day, and then they be with me. I laughed and it was very funny. We have over 223 members of Be With Me, and we have over 24 private mentorship members, and then some other group of like hybrid swing trading cycle, about I don't know, let's just say the total number of about 250 people. And the emergency video was sent and only 9 people watched it. So now, of course, people who were very proactive in watching and taking action, possibly the coin they have intention to increase more, they have been able to sell it. And then you imagine you're able to sell your BNB at $300 and something, that's $306 or $305. And then maybe let's look at BNB, maybe your BNB now. Sorry. Well, I trade so many markets, so don't bother about the whole thing. BNB. Okay. Yeah. It's a very difficult coin. Very difficult coin. Okay. So I'm actually looking at BNB to lap maybe $269 or yeah, $269, $267, possibly. Now, so if BNB could do that, so the person could add more. Then if market go banana, so we can have BNB back free, or $240 as it were. So why not? So now there are some persons when they buy BNB, ask them what's the purpose of buying BNB. They just buy BNB for just trading purpose. No, you must differentiate what's your BNB. Yeah, it's for trading, but your trading, are you in accumulation zone or accumulation period of that particular coin? So you can pick 1 or 2 or 3 coins that you want to be very dedicated about, and you should know reason why, because of course, and I don't think it's a bad game if you're able to identify at least BNB and then Avalanche, right? If you're able to identify BNB and Avalanche as, okay, one of the predominant coin you want to accumulate, before the main bull run coming. And so then you'll be much concerned about following up, So Avalanche is actually at a very critical point right now. That's about how many? $19. And so it's making a lot of sense though. We have a kind of a bear flag here and then go down. You could have a kind of sideways move again, and then blob down. So why not? If I can still get Avalanche to buy at about $16.71, or at the lower structure of about $16 thereabout, it's not going to be bad. So when you are doing this, so imagine if you are the type of person who you really want to follow Avalanche, Solana, Avalanche, BNB. Let's just take this 3 coin: Solana, Avalanche, and BNB. Now, this a long time swing, just like we call it hybrid swing. Okay, so let me take 4 hours. So, but if you look at this long time swing, they say that's an entry here, bam, bam, and then off, and then here. Then it's possible you don't exit here, because if you understand this, you may just look at, okay, we're kindly going to form a kind of double bottom, which is a kind of a chart pattern, and then from there you broke the neckline, you go up, you consolidate for confirmation and continue trend. So most time people don't understand. If I had come into such market, because you are not actually trading to make just profit for profit's sake, okay? Right, you're coming to the market to it's very possible that you're not off here, but at this point you're off here because you could get some confirmation. That's about 68%, possibly. Some persons trade like this, but there are mechanisms you need to check. Even the person who trade at this is a very thorough confirmation for him that, oh, you know what, we're out, and because I broke the support of the 50 MA, but I wouldn't wait here. But let's even say that, and the person is off, but give and take at this point, that's about 68%. Now, if you look at it for how many days, this was on the 14th of July and then till 15th of August. That's about just a month plus, a month and day, or a month and day, or let's just say a month plus. Okay, so if in 30 days you are able to do 68% of your Avalanche, and then you exit in your Avalanche, and you are waiting, by now you've not bought because you know that the market is still going to crash more. But we could have, please don't get this wrong. For the fact that this market is going down does not mean that the market cannot do like this. This is the place where people are caught into the market. The market could print now and maybe print a kind of bullish engulfing against this candle at the end of the day. Let's look at it. In the next 4 hours, 8 minutes, and 19 seconds, and it prints a green candle and then a long, maybe a bullish engulfing, and then it could pull back up here, somewhere here. So it could print that, okay? So it could print that here, and that's where many people got it wrong. And so it could pull back and go over here, and even do 11% or even 12%. And people say, oh, the market is recovering back. No, that's not true. And then the next again is to go down, and then people say, oh, what have I done, and all of that. So it's not about the market, just like when the market was going up as a trend, and then it pulled back to consolidate and take the next strength and all of that. So for the fact that it does this, if you understand the market predominantly using the right tools combined, you're able to say, okay, I'm entering and exiting in order to accumulate or add more to my portfolio holding. So that's why sometimes I told some of you who are not even in full-time crypto stuff, I said, you can use certain indicator for confirmation of your hybrid trading. So BBMA, you can see some of those entry, right? Entry point here, an exit here, and another entry here, another exit here, another entry here, another exit here. Of course, exit here, he never told you to buy. Okay, so here, now, I only ask you to buy here, and then there you go. It asks you to sell here, and then you can see now it's still confirmed to continue sell. And then I think it's at this point now, it's telling you to buy, well, which is fragile, because I don't know why it's going to tell you to buy here. Now, those of you who have attended our classes and interaction in Plan B, or who are more detailed in the trading, you know that there's nothing, some of you know what you are checking at this point. But it's not a fault of this, the indicator. By now, it's looking at, okay, we're actually having some kind of, at this point, then if you look at the critical area, it may show you one or two things, but there's a pattern you're expecting, even when you are at the critical area. Until that pattern is formed, you're not say, okay, there's a confluence of both the pattern and the structure, and then you're able to say, okay, maybe we're going to have a kind of return. And even when you have that, at this point, if I buy here, for instance, and I have a direction to get in here and the market get over here, at the point of getting here, I'm going to use this guy as a resistance point and exit point. And then he's going to hit here, somewhere here, and then bam, you continue to go down or sideways, as it were. So it's quite unfortunate that we come into the market and we do not really know what we're looking for. And that's why we panic sell when you buy a coin. You do not need that. Okay, I'm just using an example. So those of you who are, you come in, people complain every day to me, hey, I don't know, I'm not making money. I said, because you're not following instruction. Money are being made every day in crypto, and that's the truth. But if you don't follow instruction, you're not going to make money. You will only complain every day by day. So we must settle down to learn that this is a business, and you want to do it, just like you want to become a medical doctor and then you don't want to learn anything. Then you want to open in a hospital and start practicing. It doesn't work that way. Crypto is a business, okay? So you have to build yourself properly. Now, I'm not talking about, you have to define, am I a full-time crypto person or am I a part-time? And if you're a part-time, you must define the time you're going to give to your business, and you must acquire the relevant skills, because a place assume a state of rest until a relevant force is, so if you don't attack the relevant force, you will not see the goods of the land. So you have to, that's the truth. So now, learning is important now. So get over from the learning, look at, of course, we've told you that what you need now is how to make $1 per day, or how to make $1 per minute. Then you can work your strategy, making your $1. Okay, where's this guy? That's, you can make $1 every minute, which answers your game plan. Then if you cannot start from there, start from making 1 cent per minute. So if you're able to do that, you can make $1 per hour and net $4 per day. Then from there, you begin to grow. Now, in doing this, now look at what we have as a chain. Now we talked about staking project and yield strategy. Now, please let me tell you something. Type of staking system. We have POS staking like Polygon, SOL, and all of that, where the pure proof of stake, they are more flexible and highly rewarding and fantastic in their blockchain that you can do some staking. Then we have dApp staking, like on Cake. We do a lot of staking on Cake right now, and we do the staking of Cake itself and do IFO, a kind of launch pad on, on Cake. Look at it here, Pancake Swap, yeah, okay, there's an IFO upcoming now. The next one, this is 16 minutes. So an IFO coming on. So never mind. So you're gonna, if you know this before, you can participate on. So there's so much channel of making the same money in crypto. Now, while the bear market is there, you get yourself busy and expanding, accumulating more of your coin. And then, so we have platform yield. Now, platform yield and exchange launchpad yield, like established exchange platforms. I'm just going to paraphrase this because this is not for you, okay? This is actually a teaching for my private mentorship, okay? So self-yield staking platform, and then stable coin lending, okay? Then we call something LSD. LSD is called liquid staking derivatives. So they are more flexible with service providers. So we have example of service provider for LSD. We call them this coin, Lido. Lido. All right, Lido. So we have a lot of platforms like that. So most of us, we lament, I'm not making money, but money is lying in your front because you're doing nothing about it. Now, but this is the thing I want to point out. Now, all of these are staking platforms, but be very careful. Most of the self-yield staking projects are more very risky, okay? Self-yield. Now, what are examples of self-yield? Have I invested? Do we invest in self-yield? Yeah, we have some platform who said we're staking and all of that, but they, you can actually verify those staking on the blockchain and all of that. And then over time, they may actually rug pull, okay? So, but this is what to do. Most time I tell people, you don't depend on things, though, rather you make use of them. So the best you do is that if you invest in such platforms and you make some money, you extract such money out there and then pull it into the real dApp staking or POS staking, you know, or platform staking, just like if you look at, you come here now. Now, most of those, let's go here. So yeah, staking reward. Yeah. Okay. Now you can now pull out some of those money and go to, you know, a very known and renowned, most of those DeFi staking you know, platforms. You know, you can, you know, have the Avalanche, we have the Swap, we have Sweetball, we have Midas. You know, Midas is developing day by day new things, CDFI now, all right? Now, then you have my container, there are a lot of them, Accra, block staking, you know, Cream Finance and Gather Wallet, and so many of those staking platforms that you can, these are providers that you can stake a coin and make some money, or take it to centralized like Binance, you know, just lock rewards staking as it is. Now, but you know, to do this, you have to like spread yourself, okay? You are diversifying to make enough, right? To make enough money, you know, okay, as you can see, my container, these are old staking platform. We've been staking coins here. Sorry. We've been staking coins here for a very long time. And one of the good things about this platform that time, coins that you do not know, they will bring it over. Then you do a lot of research about them. And then fortunately, you're able to see that, oh, they have good potential for the future. And then before people start talking about those coins, you have made a lot of money. And that's what I do mostly, you know, on some of those staking platforms. So instead of holding your coin for nothing, give it a wing, okay? And so you have to learn how to give your coin wings so that it can fly, you know? So we have different, you know, staking platforms, Storm Game, Land, Cat4, you know, okay, CoinLoan, Nexo, all of that. Now, somebody, oh, how do I stake about this? That's where you need to attend training. So you attend training, you have to be intentional about it. Anything you are not intentional about, you may not really make any sense out of it as it were. Okay, so now let me quickly go here this way. So if you like, you can write this thing down and then you can do something about them later. Now, Yeti Finance, you can buy small of it. I don't know how you're going to buy it, but I think it's on Avalanche, like Yeti Finance, Convex Finance, Vector Finance. These are still, I think Convex Finance already more expensive, but Yeti Finance dumped very well, Vector Finance. Now, Energy Web, I thought it was going to dump since, but it refused. I think it has gotten to about $4 or about $5 already. And then when it dumped to about, I think $1 was when I, you know, collected some and I got it pushed somewhere. And then, so now, yeah, these coins, all right. Now, these coins too, like I just mentioned, I said there's some coins you can just say, okay, let you buy, and then hold on to them, and then swing them to increase their volatility, their volume eventually. Like Filecoin was a very great project. We participated, you know, and do the ICO for this coin, you know, pre-sales, and we're giving the coin after 2 years or something. And then, so I listen to people sometimes, they participate on some pre-sales, and 1 year, you know, 1 year and a half, and they start complaining or lamenting. So somebody was starting on Gmeta platform. I'm tired. I'm tired of being patient, man, and all of that. I was like taking up at them. I said, I never expected that Gmeta was gonna start even what do they do? Something like a kind of drop your token, but it's just like a representative of your token into your wallet. I was shocked because my own calculation was that, okay, maybe 2024. So imagine if such coins get listed by next year, that's too pretty fast for me. But that's just one thing we need to know. But some of us who come into cryptocurrency, we don't want to pay attention. We don't want to learn because we're used to this gambling thing. Some of us thought we're actually in crypto. You are not. Most of us are doing gambling, and we're not in crypto, right? Everything most people do is just about gambling. Money dumping, dump this. Like somebody was chatting me yesterday and was introducing me to a platform, and I laughed. And he said, "This company have been how many years?" And I was smiling. And then I was checking, and I saw that the company just April this year, and then they updated their profile July, and then the portal registration and all of that is next year May or April. 1 year registration for their domain to be closed. And then I was telling the person, he told me, no, I've been with this company. I like, so marketers are good at just telling you funny things to make you, be gullible with them. And so let's be careful anyway. All right. So, but even if you are going to leverage on some things, know what you are doing part-time. If you do not have primary assignment where you have your coins as your portfolio you are maintaining, and if you're just gambling around, you may hit the rock, and eventually you won't know when the bear market is over. And then we enter the bull run, and people who have legacy project and coins begin to make insane money, and then you scrap your head. I don't think it's going to make sense at all. You come into the crypto and the bear market and you are still wasting your resources. It doesn't really make sense. Okay. So, but I'm just telling you, you have to apply good sentiment so that you don't waste your resources as it were. So let me just look at it. Yeti, and let me just quickly look in Yeti project on platform. I think early this year, or last year something. Let's look at it here. Okay, you can see eWeb is a crazy coin. The guy is not on rest. Okay, so Yeti Finance, Yeti. Yeah, I think you can buy it on the Yeti Finance is on Avalanche blockchain or something. Yeah, so you can see the all-time high. Yeti Finance, about 2 point something dollars, and now this is about 17 cents, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 1 cent, 7 penny. That makes sense. Right. And then you can buy it on Trader Joe and all of that. So you're gonna need Avalanche, to buy. And so I'm not going into detail about this. So I'm just showing you some of you who are fast enough, to see it. And you can see Yeti Finance, a very fantastic project though. And then they do a lot of things. Like staking, illustrations on so many crazy things. Okay. So I'm not going in detail about it. So Yeti Finance, you can write it down. Now, it's not a financial advice. So sometimes I remember I told some of you to buy Ethereum Classic sometime to just hold it. And then when it go up, you could sell, but you don't have intention of holding it eventually. Because this merge of Ethereum, I don't know. Anything can happen. So just think, as we are very optimistic that it's going to be very big, but I'm looking at over time, is it a kind of strategy on the government? I don't know, but just have kind of plan B. So Ethereum Classic may take attention on, notice attention you never imagine over time, okay? So because there's a dichotomy between the miner and all of those things about the merge, of pushing Ethereum to proof of stake, POS, and all of that. So of course, some dilemma may happen, and then some person at first may not like it. Then we could have a sell-off, and then can bring Ethereum to anything. And then they could push attention to Ethereum. I'm just using my sentiment anyway. So anything I say is just a friendly and brotherly advice. So I'm not a financial advisor. And so I do things, and what I do is what I say. So I don't just market you to things. I just tell you what I do. Okay. So this guy, Vector, yeah, it's another, well, if you don't have money, you can look elsewhere for other things, but you can write it down so the case come down. It's already on the on Binance, on MXC, and then so yeah, so Vector Finance, then you have right, okay, Convex, and then Vector Finance, all right, and then yeah, so you can read more later. I have a lot of things to do today. I'm going to cut off very soon. So whatever you pick today, okay? Okay, let's go here. Something's going to shock you guys. When you're in a bear market, that's a time to do. Okay? That's when you to farm, to continue to give your coin wings to grow. Okay. So enough of that. Let's go. Let me show you guys something example. Now, people, if you don't pay attention to crypto, you shot yourself in the leg. Example. Let me use one out of our cash flow system to do an example for you. Let me use this guy. All right. Let's use Mavi Ultron blockchain. Now, Mavi Ultron blockchain. Now, if you look at it, most of those coins we're buying, I'm buying now. I'm happy buying them. Okay. Those coins were actually an opportunity for some persons at a point. I listened to a guy the other day, and he's a very strong guy in the crypto, and was talking about why he's so crazy about post-chain and post-X and all of those things. It's because of his involvement. Guys, I won't lie to you. It was heartbroken, okay? And he said, I got involved in Hex early, and that was why. I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking with post-chain, then post-X and all of that. And so I got into, Hex very, very early. Guys, do you know what? He got into Hex when X was 3 penny. That's 0.03. I had headache that day. Or like, come on. This is a coin that we collected at a dust price, okay? So, but the question you need to ask yourself now is that a lot of you are listening to me right now. Most of you come into cryptocurrency, you've not prepared a mind. Now, there's some coin you are opportune to buy right now. They look like dust, okay? I'm not saying you should just hold on to them blindly. That's where you need strategy. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Sometimes I tell you to buy a coin. Now, for me to tell you to sell the coin at this time, no, I'm not going to say that, right? I'm not going to say that because you may just be a gambler, okay, and it will work for you. And this is the sentiment I'll give to a person who is not ready to really do it very well. You can be opportune to come into maybe our interaction and update, and we'll say, buy this coin, and then you bought it maybe at $1, and it went up to maybe $3, and you could sell it. That's the sentiment you should apply. So you just continue to gamble like that, okay? You can come in and we'll talk about a particular coin like those coins I mentioned now, and you have money, you go to the market, you buy them, and if you get pumped, sell it and go away. That's the best strategy. That's a gambling strategy, the best gambling strategy. Now, but if you buy it and you just keep it there, and you are not a part of, you are not in Build With Me, you are not in private mentorship, you are not in any of our, subscribe group where I know that went to like, oh, everybody, let's stay aside of the market now. Now, you keep it. And the market pump eventually, and it dropped down eventually. And you say, oh, the coin I bought last year, it's just there. I've not made any money. And it's the guy that told us to buy it. No, I didn't tell you to buy it. I only told you I bought it. And I think they will do something great. And so if you like, you can buy. And you love, you bought. But what to do with it after you bought, you didn't know. And that's why you can't eat your cake and have it. That's the truth. Now, example, now the Mavi, I've shared a lot of information about Mavi. Look at what I love that happened in Mavi and some persons who don't pay attention. In one of our group, I think on the cash flow system, people are there on the cash flow system, over 270 something people are there. Now, most time when I do some short video and sent it, probably they thought I have luxury of time. I'm just looking for network referral bonus. Sometimes maybe, that's some mindset. Yeah, fine. When you share a link, remember what we said here. So there's something you need to understand, and you must help yourself. Deliver yourself personally from those nonsense. Because most time I have listened to people, and then when you invited them to a platform, they say, now that you are telling me about this thing, how much are you going to make when I come in? Man, that's bullshit. Sorry for that language. But the point is this. That means that person will never grow. Now, what do we say? How to make $1 per minute? We say personal trading. That's the priority. It's a priority. It's a priority. Now, if you don't build a portfolio in cryptocurrency, I can tell you, you can make money though, but you can't create wealth. That's the truth. And you can be humiliated out of it because when the market is successfully dumped, maybe if Bitcoin can just flash down now to maybe $7,000. Many persons who are making us, you won't see them again. That's the truth. And even some that have said, I've chosen a career, I've seen where to stay. Now, crypto is the place to stay. I go nowhere. That's not true. They disappear. I've seen it. A lot of people, the first, the bear market in 2013 and then 2014, 15, then 2016, then 2018. If somebody came and told me, why are you always telling us that the market was going to go now? You are too negative minded. I said, thank you. And then when the market came down to $3,000. I say, are you using charm? I say, it's not a charm. If you have stayed with me, Felix is my name, for instance, and you stay with me for 10 good years, there are chances that 70% of prediction about my character, you can tell persons. Now, if somebody say, I'm looking for Felix now, and you stay with me for about 10 years, you understand my routine and my movement, my activities, the way I do things, then you can predict to say, oh, you're looking for Felix so time. Now, it's very easy for anybody to say, now, it's coming to ask you, oh, guy, I'm looking for Felix. And exactly maybe 8:30 Nigerian time, 8:30 Nigerian time to like 9:30 or 10 p.m. Nigerian time on Sunday, like this. And somebody have been with me for some years now, he's going to tell you, no, Felix is not going to be free now. That's that's a kind of data he has, okay? And then he's going to tell you, oh, no, Felix, maybe just wait after so time. Now, there are chances that I may not be free to do training today, and I cancel training. I may have something to do, and I will tell everybody, oh, I'm sorry, apology, class interaction will not hold today. And now he may miss it, okay? But that he missed it that time does not mean that it's not going to be correct eventually. That's exactly what happened to a lot of us. If you have worked with crypto, Bitcoin for many years, of course, what I told people, what Bitcoin did this year in this bear market, it has never done it for the past 12 years. So that we're looking at what could happen to the market. The market has been resisted in an unusual place that has not happened the past 12 years. It has a region, it has been moving. So nobody knows what's going to happen in the next time. So what we do is probability, and the probability based on algorithm and data, and then you have the higher probability, you take it. That's more likely chance of doing. But sometimes when you listen to the YouTubers, anytime you listen to YouTubers and the place they say, hey, market is going to go to, now Bitcoin always do the other side. Now I listen to a lot of people when I said the market was going to flap down, and they told me, no, it's going to go to 25K, okay? Now, when I say, okay, what I saw in the market was like, in that time when it was coming down, I say, oh, it could stop out at about 20,760 something bucks or 20,700 and whatever. And the person, no, it's going straight to 13,000. I said, no, it's not going to happen like you. And then, of course, we saw it, and then stop it there and pull up again. It's like, oh, it's returning. No, but that's not true. So those are the things that we may have to work on as much as possible. So personal trading is a must. And personal trading does not mean you do day trading or scalping and all of that. It could be part of it, but holding and swinging is trading. Buy and hold, and eventually when the profit is big, you sell. It's still trading because it involves buy and to sell and create a margin as a profit, and that's trading. Then staking project is a must. If there's no how you are genuinely into crypto as an investor and really doing your crypto very well, and you are not staking, then you have not started. That's the truth. When I've been talking about staking was not this year, many years back, people do not understand it. Most people do not appreciate staking. You know why? Look at what they say. Look at why people don't appreciate staking. I laugh. In Swahili. So somebody's going to tell you, for what? Why would I invest and make 10% in a year? No, this one is too big. This one is too big. Okay, somebody's going to tell you, why will I stake and make 3% in a year? For what? When I know I can make 10% in a day. Now, the question most people have not asked themselves, even some people who are very close to me, okay, how can I stake and make 1.28% in a year? The question is this: did I have Aave? Yes. What is the coin for me? Okay, markets, we started entering bear markets slowly last year, November, confirmed January this year. And then since we've been down now for more than how many months, and you bought Aave, and then haven't bought Aave, you have maybe 20,000 Aave, and then they're going to give you 1.something% of Aave at the end of the year. It doesn't move you 12 calendar month at the split of hands, then it's already 12 calendar month. And if you don't put it there to give it a wings, it won't change. That's the truth. And that's the difference between person who is really into crypto and people who are gambling the crypto. So the person is going to tell you, oh, I can't do that when I know that I can trade and make 20% a day. The question you want to ask yourself is that people who stake will still trade, will still make money. But the difference is that we accumulate instead of, make some money and jump out to go and buy a car, make some money and jump out to go and then, flex yourself and all of that. No, we accumulate because there's a time and season to spend the money. The time to spend the money, you will spend now, You spend bulk money now, before the following day, it has filled up the money again. You know what? It's a season, right? It's a season, maybe that the bull run, you just spend money now, tomorrow the market just gush up again and all of that. What to spend, let's say, what to spend out of your portfolio, let's say it's about, 2% of your portfolio or 5% of your portfolio. Then the market the following day balloon up by 20%. You won't see, you won't know it. But of course, if you understand what you're doing, you know that your asset dropped, but the value did not drop because the market just filled up by itself naturally. So those are the things you need to learn. So you say, oh, I'm not going to do that. Now, I want to use this as an experiment. Mavi, when we brought Mavi, we told everybody, register and all of that. I told us Mavi is one of the 3-in-1 project, okay? One of the 3-in-1 project. We said, okay, personal trading, staking, affiliate system, third-party timely investing, and then opportunity coins and launchpad. Now, we said Mavi is the first thing I mentioned in 3-in-1. I say, see projects that are 3-in-1. Passive earning on capital, active residual on affiliate, then staking, farming on other coins. Now, look at it. You see what Mavi actually did. Staking, farming, affiliate. How? Good. On the Mavi platform is when you are doing the staking and at the same time doing the affiliate. Now, I did one experiment using one stone to kill many birds. Now, having invested on Mavi, the affiliate was growing, right? And I collected some money out. I did the experiment for people to understand that all you need is not about depending on the project, rather to use the project. So I pick out money from the affiliate income and then come here. Okay, look at the experiment. So I'm going to go, I now have to go to Otron blockchain. Okay. The same money, okay? Making money from the same Mavi because that's from the affiliate. And I'm permitted, right? Why am I permitted? It's one of the channels we created to be a cash flow. Okay, so I'm permitted. Okay, no. I now took out $500. So look at the experimentation. So I took out $500 and I came here. First of all was to go and take that $500 into Binance Smart Chain. Okay. So taking it to Binance Smart Chain, then is to first of all bridge. Okay. Now bridging it means I'm going to take the USDT. Okay. USDC now is available. Crazy. So I'm going to take the USDT. So let's say $500 and then bridge it into the Otron blockchain from Binance. So moving this asset from Binance protocol into Otron protocol. Now, I haven't done that. I have to come back again and return it back to Otron protocol since the money was now sent there, okay? Now, having been sent there, $500, so I have to now go to what we call swap. What am I swapping? Because I want to do what is called farming. That's what we call liquidity pool, okay? Liquidity pool simply means making provision for, coins that people are going to trade automatically, right? Now, you are a market maker, so you make volume available. As people have means volume available to trade on a decentralized platform, then whatever charges the platform charge on that, they are swap, you are part of the earner. So passive income strategy, okay? You are a passive earner there. So with that passive earner, it's crazy. You make a lot of money. Then it's not about, oh, I can do it at any time. No, you must be timely, okay? You must be timely. Now, look at the question here. Now, Felix, okay, let me just log in here and show you guys something. I just hope somebody is going to learn and then go back to a drawing board, help yourself out. Because I have told us a time is going to come, opportunity will be in your front and you'll be asking person to come and put it through and nobody will got the time. People will be too busy to have your time. Okay. So look at it here. So now look at Otron here. Now, having stake here, it says, okay, let's go see, what is it? Stake. Okay, let's say my home. So it says, look at it now, look at it in the same ecosystem. The same ecosystem says, we're going to give you 73% APR. This is big. This is huge. But understand that after the first 1 year, it's going to divide into two. It's going to be 37%, not 73%. So you may say, oh, let me see how this company go. After 1 year, that means they are strong. Okay, fine. You can confirm the strong nature of this coin or this project after 1 year, but you're going to come in to be managing 37% in a year. Then somebody had come in, number one, he got the volume of the coin he was buying at the rate of 0.01. That's number one. Number two, he's going to make this percentage. That's number two. Before that next year, anything can happen in the price of the coin. That's number three. Now, you could ask me, Felix, having invested this, because some people are going to make this mistake. You may ask me, Felix, having seen this project, having invested on the staking in the back office, number one, I'm going to get the volume. Number two, is going to discipline me because the volume of the coin will be locked. Okay. Number one, the volume of the coin will be locked. So it will discipline me not to touch the coin eventually. That's the truth. So when I'm being disciplined not to touch the coin at the end of the day, so that means I have vesting period for 5 years. That's the level of discipline. Now I'm getting some accrual, and then every year a percentage is dropped for me. Now this percentage of 3%, look at it, look at it. In the same platform creates provision for me to come here, having swapped the coin. So I need to swap the coin, for instance, if it's $500 that was here. So I need to now do this. Where are you? Okay, sorry. Okay, at this point, so if it's $500, so I need to use $250 out of it to buy the coin. Having bought the coin, so the remaining $250, what happened? It's going to be paired, okay, as a liquidity pool. So having bought and swapped, I have the coin, then I have to come back to liquidity. What exactly am I doing liquidity? I'm actually merging these two guys together. So that means I'm going to take $250 here, which is going to be 5,300, whatever coin, okay? Then I will merge it and supply. So when I supply, it becomes what we call liquidity pool, merging of two different coins together. It could be two stable coins or one stable coin and one, growth coins. Okay. So then if that is done, I come back here into farming. Look at the situation here. Everybody, look at this. The same company have you stake and then build an ecosystem to make affiliate commission. And then you are going to make 73% APR for the year. Here, your percentage here for now is about how many? 258% APR. You may make this funny and silly mistake. Now, the question most people don't ask ourselves are this. If I introduce somebody now to Mavi Otron, and I said, and the person is come, and I told you, to invest in Mavi, that is on the staking on Mavi, because Mavi is a different company altogether, though that's the affiliate system that promotes Otron blockchain. Now, you may say, no, I don't want to do network marketing and all that. No, far beyond that. My coin buy on Mavi is going to be vested for 5 years. And I'm getting this accrual. Look at it. A time is going to come. This percentage you see here may drop to 4% APR. Watch it. Now, what do you think the company is doing here? To have been doing this and do the APR, we want to have liquidity. That is strategy. Now, the farming, I took $500 and brought here. The $500 on its own is already $719. So that means additional $219 is added only on my coin that I lock as a liquidity pool. Now, what it has accrued, so I'm going to harvest this. This was about 3 days ago or 2 days ago. So it has accrued this. I'm going to harvest it so that you see what is the total, right? What is the total money? This should be less than 2 weeks, or let's say exactly 2 weeks ago. Okay. So let's look at it. What is the total earning on it? Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, yeah, something like that. I want to check the date, but I know when the swap was on and then we did that was about 2 weeks ago or something. Okay, so I've invested it. So I still have $700 and something my capital. And then what I've invested, let's quickly look at it. I'm going to unwrap it. So forget about this. I'm going to be very fast here. Unwrap it to see everything. Maximum. Yeah, unwrap. Go ahead. So unwrap it to ULX. Okay. Are you coming? Okay, so I'm unwrapping it. So I want you guys to actually see in 2 weeks what it has gathered. And those are the temptation people have most times. Say, since this one is paying more than this, why do I need to go to Mavi? And then they missed out of things. Okay. Okay. So the total volume, okay, let's take to swap. So the total volume of Mavi that I've been gotten is 1,871 in about 2 weeks. And in dollar value, that's about $87. So $87 plus 87 plus 719. That's about $806. So that means additional $306. Now you look at this. This is massive. This is good because you're going to be calculating this. You're going to be calculating this. 258%. Most people now you say, oh, 258% per year. 258% divide by 12. Say 21.5% everybody. No. It fluctuates over time. When the whole thing is getting bigger, the whole year may not be more than 21%. Now you can now understand time and season. Timely investing. Timely investing. Now, another challenge is this. Some persons can timely invest, but they will waste the opportunity. As they are making like this Mavi now, they will be converting it to dollar and spend it. That's another challenge. And then until when the percentage has dropped to like 11% per year, then that's when they will be dragging to want to get. No, it's not going to work. At that time, the coin will have been more expensive, or they will say, oh, you want to become a validator. Another example I will use is this. When this started, for people to become a validator, they need 10 million, they need 1 million of the coin. Now, so people just have to do like $12,500 package. 12,000, yeah, it gave 1.2 million, 1,250,000 of the token, because at the rate of 0.01. So that means multiply by 0.06 in a month, they will have 75,000. So 75,000 of the coin in a month. Now, for anybody to want to do the validator now, I want to use the same, let's say buying the same 1.2. Excuse me. So the person is going to do this, multiply by the prevailing price. So that's about 57,500 of the coin lock for anybody now. That was just like in the month of June. Even up to the month of August beginning or something like that, I've forgotten. Or the month of, yeah, something like that, just forgotten. So that's about time and season, timely investing, and can really, really, really be fantastic when you know how to really leverage on it. So guys, why am I showing you this? In the same company, anyone who is smart will have been able to make insane money even before your main investment gets matured. So, ladies and gentlemen, go and help yourself, pay up attention to learning. Tell yourself the truth. What exactly am I doing? I told us last week, it doesn't matter how long you've been in crypto, but if you don't really know what you are doing, and I've said, in Plan B, we said 5 years to financial freedom via crypto asset accumulation. So if you don't really define your 5 years, it doesn't matter. You can start now. You can make it a kind of resolution that say, I'm starting September 1st, right? After all, we're entering the month of September, very wreck market. So you'll now say, I'm starting the month of September. That will, when I start counting my years. So it doesn't matter. Somebody say, I've been crypto since 2013, and then there's nothing change around you. I know when I meet people say I've been in cryptocurrency, I want to stick Galavant around. It's just, matrix system here and there, jumping here. No. There should be different by now that you really know what you are doing. I'm not saying you should be bragging because the knowledge is so much. By next year, another team may come in that all what you think you know this year will be so much irrelevant. So that's why you have to humble yourself. I'm not an expert. I'm just a life student as far as crypto is concerned. Even life itself, business is concerned, I'm a life student. So I love learning at all time, and I love new challenge. I'm highly adventurous, and that's why I always tell people, pay attention to learning. You can do wonders. And thank God, crypto is not about noise. It's about news. Once you're able to wake up, take advantage of the rumor, you will make news. So everyone, if you are new, go back to our platforms. We have sent some of those platforms, I will say. That's where you can see them here. Maviotron, staking, farming, and affiliate. Midas, staking, farming, and affiliate. Drip Network, yield farming, staking, affiliates. Aliat, mining, affiliate robots. I think their robots will be, I will need to, maybe by next month or something. Or maybe end of September or something. Then Streak, affiliate staking, CISO exchange, yield staking. And that's what I refer, like these guys now, this is what I refer to like this. What we call self-yield staking. Because they could start that way and say, when we get to show time, this is what we're going to do. So at that point, if you wait for them until they get to that point, of course, you may miss out. And I remember I've told you guys that it is better you lose by lost than to lose by miss. If you invest and you lose your money, no problem. But while you invest, you don't depend on them. So you have to take advantage of them and start working on how to maximize things. So next gen, those of you in Forex, who love Forex, and then, of course, I invested in it, and then, gathering more momentum and all of that. So those of you in Forex, I listen to a lot of people who are in Forex, they gamble a lot of things, too much. Bond their account because they want to make all the whole money in the day. It doesn't work that way. You have to be very systematic and all of that. So I'll be Bootstrap, Farming Staking Affiliate, AFF. This is the platform that I have not really maximized. So those of us in our platform, please look at what you're going to do. Now, I know some of you have invested on AFF 22. There's some questions I was asking their leaders, so I will still have to go back to them and ask them to provide me some of those things. So, but I don't ask questions from outside. I come inside a platform and I then begin to check my own and all of that. So, because if you try to know many things before you do anything, you may lose many things. So that's just what I do. So, but I think I look at their FMC coin on their exchange. I think there's a need for you guys to buy 1 million pieces, the minimum staking. So you can buy 1 million, cannot cost you up to $260. So 1 million pieces. So you can buy 1 million, something like that. You can buy up to 1 million, that's minimum. You can just take it and keep it there. Okay. Who knows? All right. What the thing they are doing now may look like funny thing and all of that, but eventually it may be something of great stuff. And so that's what you, but of course, understand that your priority is how to build your portfolio. And then while you're working on taking advantage of some of those platforms, it's so important. And then help yourself, because where we're going, crypto is huge, seriously huge. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's what we are doing now. So the market is just dribbling us. So I don't know what Bitcoin want to do. Maybe you want to like return from this trend line and then possibly go back to volume control link again. Maybe if it crosses 2,500, it may still go up again to like just rigmaroling around 21,000 again, and then continue the journey downward. Okay, so stay safe, enjoy yourself. So if you have questions, let me look at on the chat box. Okay, so if you have a question at this point, you can just put it on the chat box, and then we can attend to them for better clarification. So any question?